Welcome to a New Japan Pro Wrestling news break. This is not a results or review show. This is merely a news break. I will be at y'all with the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League and Super Junior Tag League recap tomorrow. But I just wanted to give y'all a little news break while I've been out of town. Not really out of town, but while I've been gone for a couple of days. So it seems to be apparently there's rumblings of Kota Ibushi going on. So if you don't know, if you're not in the know, Kota Ibushi has been out of action for more than a year. He's apparently been doing light training in the pro wrestling ring as of late, and his injured shoulder has appeared to hold up as well. So if you're not familiar, you're not aware, this new Kota Ibushi's New Japan Pro Wrestling contract is scheduled to end in January 2023. There is nothing definitive saying he's staying with the company or he's going to be leaving the promotion. So his status is very much up in air at this point. So this is an excerpt from Dave Meltzer. Take that for it is what it is. Meltzer said, Kota Ibushi has been light training in the ring of late, and thus far his shoulder's been holding up well, so that's a good sign. His New Japan Pro Wrestling contract expires at the end of January, which I just said, and he made a tweet hinting there was a lot of bad feelings over the past year, but nothing is definite as far as his regarding about him staying or leaving the company. So he's going to be a free agent in about 2 months here, give or take, less than 2 months. So as we all know, he has not wrestled since losing to Kazuchika Okada in 2021 G1 Climax Final, where that match stopped when Kota Ibushi injured his shoulder right here. So back in May this year, Kota Ibushi, he actually had begun expressing frustration with New Japan Pro Wrestling management on social media, like on Twitter. If you have not seen any of Kota Ibushi's tweets regarding that matter, I highly suggest checking them out. They do have the translate button, so you can pretty much get a good rough idea of what he's talking about right there. So, and also he pretty much said Ibushi, the issue stemmed from how Ibushi was treated by a member of New Japan Talent Relations, along as Ibushi feeling that New Japan was trying to rush him back from his shoulder injury maybe a bit too soon. So the talent relations officials, his name Kikuchi, threatened to terminate Ibushi's contract for making an appearance accompanying wrestlers to the ring at Taka Michinoku's Just Tap Out promotion. So New Japan also announced this past June that Ibushi, Kikuchi, and New Japan president Takayami Obahari were penalized by having their pay reduced by 10% for about 3 months here. Kikuchi was also transferred to a different position within the company. So it's going to be interesting, guys. What do I think Kota Ibushi shows up right here? We all know Kota Ibushi in his long career. He's been an enigma. He's not, I hate to say aloof. Aloof is a bad word that kind of has like a negative connotation on it. Kota Ibushi is a man that walks to the beat of his own drum, very much so. If he's going to stay here, he's going to stay here. If he's going to go to someplace else, he's going to go to someplace else. I actually would like to see what you guys say in the comment section where you think Kota Ibushi is going to show up. Is he going to stay here in New Japan Pro Wrestling? It's almost been like, I don't know, like with the shoulder injury that he's had and the length of, duration that he's been gone, it's almost like New Japan is pretty much trying to sweep Kota Ibushi under the rug. I don't know if you guys feel that same way. I kind of feel that a little bit. They have not really, both sides been talking about any sort of return. So yeah, guys, I'm kind of interested to see what you guys think about this. Put in the comment section below where you think the future holds for Kota Ibushi, where you think he's going to be going, where do you think he's done with wrestling, so on and so forth. So I'd be eager to hear what you guys got to say, because I'm very much interested to see what's going on with Kota Ibushi and what's going to be, I guess, the end result of what's happening right here. So speaking of Kota Ibushi, there's a guy who is a former tag team partner of his, that being Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega spoke with Sports Illustrated, I believe, and he sat down and he talked about why he was coming back to wrestle New Japan. So Kenny Omega says he's returning to New Japan as an ambassador of AEW. So he said he's returning to New Japan as an ambassador of pro wrestling. He says he's returning home, per se. So it's pretty much outspoken that he spoke in Japanese during the promo to kind of remind the fans who he is and all of that, so on and so forth. So he said he pushes physical boundaries in All Japan and DDT, but that's not what he's known for. His mind is his greatest asset, not his athleticism. That's what allowed Hiroshi Tanahashi to have a long, flavorful career. I need someone to take my place in New Japan. I want someone to take my place. And it was Will, Jay, and Ibushi. The only one. And I want someone to take my place, and it was Will, Jay, and Ibushi, like he said. And Will's the only one to have a problem with that. Omega said in a recent promo to announce his return, which is written in symbolism, Omega mainly speaking Japanese, while Ospreay responded in English. Omega revealed why he spoke in Japanese for the promo only. He said, I had to speak in Japanese to remind him that he does not have the home court advantage. This is still my home here, this Kenny Omega said. So, as we all know, The match with Will Ospreay will be taking place on January 4th in the Tokyo Dome. This will be Kenny Omega's first New Japan match since January 4th, 2019, when he dropped the IWGP Heavyweight title to Hiroshi Tanahashi. This will be the first time that Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay have locked up in, I believe, almost 7 years, maybe 8 years, give or take, back at PWG's All-Star Weekend. So, yeah, I'm intrigued to see what's happening here. But yeah, this is kind of like a Golden Lovers news break, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, man, I'm glad y'all checking me out. You know who I am, Almighty SOS Wrestling Network. Please be sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Price of subscriptions, we all know, $3.99. So, Pro Wrestling Fly God, Blunt United, Stardew Shiaku signing off. Holla at y'all later. Peace.